Have you ever had that nagging feeling that you might miss a really important letter, especially in a property dispute? Well, today we're going to look at one tiny sentence in Malaysia's strata law that could honestly save you from a world of headaches. It's a small detail for sure, but with absolutely huge consequences. Let's get into it. Okay, so picture this. You're involved in a formal dispute. Documents are flying around, deadlines are popping up everywhere. How can you be 100% sure you're not going to miss a critical update, maybe a hearing date, or even the final decision? It's a serious question, because when it comes to legal stuff, just saying, oops, I never got it, well, that usually doesn't cut it. But here's the good news. The law actually has a pretty simple fix for all this potential chaos. It's not some complicated legal strategy. Nope. It all comes down to one single, really powerful sentence. And this is it. Regulation 15. The most important part is right at the end there. That address shall be deemed to be the address of service of the party. Now, I know, it looks like a mouthful of legal speak, right? But don't worry, stick with me. We're about to break down exactly what this means for you in plain English. All right, let's roll up our sleeves and really get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to unpack this thing and figure out what it's all about. So, to really get a handle on this rule, we've got to understand the key players and the language. Let's start with the absolute basics. First up, the tribunal. What is it? Well, it's just the official name for the special body, kind of like a specialized court that handles disagreements in places like condos and apartments. Basically, think of them as the official referee for any dispute you might have. Okay, next is the word served. Now, we're not talking about tennis or dinner here. In the legal world, to serve a document means to formally, officially deliver it. It's a really important step that proves a document was sent and received the right way. And what about the party? Who's that? Well, spoiler alert, it's probably you. Or it could be your building's management, or maybe the developer. It's just anyone who's directly involved in the case that the tribunal is hearing. So the first part of this rule is super simple. On any document you submit or serve to the tribunal, you have to do two basic things. 1, state your full name. 2, state your address. That's it. Sounds easy enough, right? Okay, but, and this is a big but, here's where it gets really interesting. The crucial part isn't just that you provide an address. It's what the law does with that address. It gives it a special legal status. And that, my friends, changes everything. And this leads us right to the main event, the big aha moment of this whole regulation. We're talking about your address of service. So what is it? Your address of service is the one, and I mean the only official address that the tribunal will use to send you anything and everything related to your case. It's your single, legally recognized point of contact. Think about it. You might have a bunch of addresses, right? Your home, your office, maybe a P.O. box. But for the tribunal, all of that gets simplified. They only care about one, your address of service. That is the only one that matters legally for your case. Let's just pause on that. One. Just one. This isn't just about making things tidy. It's about creating absolute certainty. The law doesn't want any confusion or excuses like, oh, you should have sent it to my other address. Nope. It locks in one single, undisputed address for everybody's sake. So why is this one address so incredibly critical? It all comes down to that one little word from the regulation, deemed. This means that as soon as the tribunal sends a document to your address of service, the law considers it officially delivered. It doesn't matter if you actually read it, or saw it, or were even in the country. Let me give you an example. Say you move, but your first document you filed had your old address. The tribunal sends a hearing notice to that old address. You never get it. Well, because that's your official address of service, the law deems that you received it. You missed the hearing, and a decision gets made without you. See? That's how important this one little detail is. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That sounds a little scary, right? But believe it or not, this rule is actually designed to protect everyone and make sure the process is fair. So let's wrap this up with what you really need to remember. So let's boil it all down. What are the key takeaways? First, every single document you file needs your name and address. Simple. Second, whatever address you put down automatically becomes your official address of service. Third, the tribunal will only, and I mean only, use that address to contact you. Fourth, this whole system makes sure there's no confusion. And finally, getting this right from the very beginning is absolutely fundamental to protecting your own interests. So there you have it, one sentence from the law with a massive impact. It's just a powerful reminder that when you're dealing with legal stuff, sometimes the smallest, tiniest details are the ones that matter the most. So it leaves us with this question, right? In the eyes of the law, what's the real cost of missing a single tiny detail? Thanks for tuning in.